I'd been buying plane tickets for a month straight, but I never boarded a single flight. Instead, I'd sit anxiously in the lobby, staring at the television. Until this day, the host on television suddenly collapsed, and all the players in the ongoing game fell to the ground too. I knew time was running out, so I got up and left immediately. When I reached the boarding gate, I was shocked to see all the security guards armed with weapons. I rushed toward one guard, knocked him down with a single punch, then took his weapon and ran wildly into the crowd. Everyone thought a terrorist had entered the airport, but I didn't hurt anyone. I just ran as hard as I could toward the tarmac. By then, the flight attendant had noticed something wrong outside the cabin and hurried to close the door. But it was too late. I jammed the door with my gun, and she couldn't stop me. The passengers on the plane were terrified when they saw the weapon in my hand. Meanwhile, the captain in the cockpit also sensed something was off. I yelled at the flight attendant to close the door right away. She looked into my eyes, which were nearly mad, and could only obey. Then I rushed into the cockpit and threatened the captain to take off as fast as possible. The captain was clearly terrified, so weak he could barely fly the plane. I forced down my own fear and explained to him we had to leave before the sun rose, or everyone would die. The captain looked completely shocked after hearing that. Just then, a knock on the door outside caught my attention. The captain took the chance to try to grab my weapon. Not only did he fail, but his hand was shot through when the gun went off accidentally. But I didn't care about his injury at all. I just kept demanding he take off immediately. But with only one working hand, the captain couldn't operate the plane at all. In desperation, I went back to the cabin and asked if any passenger knew how to fly a plane. No one responded. I sank into deep despair. Just then, a woman named Lisa raised her hand. She said she could help the captain fly the plane. With no other options, I hurried to take her to the cockpit. The first officer on the tarmac also noticed something was wrong and rushed over to stop the takeoff. But I refused to let the captain stop. Reluctantly, the captain called the tower to request takeoff, but got no response. He turned around and told me the plane's communication system had been damaged by a bullet. But that didn't matter at all compared to everyone's lives. I kept threatening them to take off quickly. The captain had no choice but to instruct Lisa to push the throttle. As the plane slowly lifted off the ground, I ordered the captain to head west, since I knew that was where the sun set. Once the plane stabilized, the captain turned around and asked me what was really going on.